All right, everybody, got a skip in my step, guys. It is Bryce coming back at you with a market update. And I'm excited because Bitcoin over the weekend rallied from $30,000 up above $40,000. And in our most recent market update, I mean, we were calling for this. In fact, if you're a subscriber, you might have saw my note that I sent out where I said, Bitcoin's gonna be trading in a new range between $40,000 and $50,000 from this week, and to expect the lows of the week to be $40,000. And sure enough, here we are. So I'm expecting a tremendous week of trading. And why am I expecting that? Well, Paul Tudor Jones, who is, again, one of the largest hedge fund managers out there, he goes on CNBC this morning and he talks about how he thinks it is a wise decision to have at least 5% of your assets in Bitcoin, 5% of your net worth. And he's saying that he is very, very fearful of the inflation that is looming. And what kind of happens when you have these sorts of hyperinflationary fears is people just get out of cash as quickly as possible because they're scared that, the value of their dollar is going to buy a lot less of something in the future, right? The value of their dollar is eroding. And so one very prominent and powerful person who has kind of taken this example to an extreme of buying Bitcoin because of the depreciation of the dollar is actually a guy named Michael Saylor. And this guy is actually a pretty wild dude. Michael Saylor is the CEO and founder of a company called MicroStrategy. Sorry, kind of a noisy little intersection here. But MicroStrategy just finished selling $500 million worth of bonds in order to raise $500 million for the express purpose of buying Bitcoin. They just also, on the same day that they closed that offering, they announced another offering where they're going to be selling $1 billion worth of their shares. And they're going to be raising more money to do what? To be buying Bitcoin. And so there's now this underlying massive bid in the market from a company who's been raising a tremendous amount of money. And so when we see a guy like Michael Saylor and a company like MicroStrategy who is using the public markets and using actually really, really cheap money from the Fed, and he's financing all of these purchases of Bitcoin with basically almost interest-free money. It's just it's a speculative attack on the Fed that he's doing through this company. And so what this stock, MicroStrategy, has essentially become, now that they hold almost 100,000 Bitcoin, I mean, they've effectively become a Bitcoin ETF. So that was something that I think a lot of people, this time last year didn't really expect happening, but phenomenal, right? Lastly, the other bullish tailwind that we have in the market is Elon Musk coming out tweeting now. Again, he's a flip-flopper, right? So now he's tweeting some staunch support for Bitcoin if you could get renewable energy on mining above 50%. And so that was his tweet. He said if we could get above 50% of renewable energy, Tesla will continue to or open up the possibility to accept Bitcoin as payment again. And once that happens, I think it signals to the world that the private market, right? Private companies, they're ready, right? They're ready to take on Bitcoin onto their balance sheet. And it's very bullish, right? And so I'm excited for everything that's going on. And I think at the end of the day, all of this adoption and all of this resistance that we're clearing, regulatory-wise and adoption-wise with Bitcoin, it's a huge boon for altcoins, right? And so as we've seen in the past, when Bitcoin sends it, altcoins tend to send it harder. And so if you're not already subscribed to our portfolio, where we've got a list of some fundamentally strong altcoins that we've been tracking and we've been doing a ton of research on, go ahead, click that orange button. You'll be able to see an insider look at like really exactly how we're trading these markets and how we're thinking about them. So that being said, that was your market update. I hope you guys enjoyed it.